The chill wasn't from the air. It was a profound, suffocating cold that emanated from the corners of the old barn, heavy with the smell of dust and something vaguely organic. It began when the barn door refused to stay shut, a silent invitation that promised shelter but delivered only a slow, horrifying death. Sarah, a weary traveler caught in a sudden storm, sought refuge in an abandoned barn deep in the countryside. It was ancient, its timbers groaning, draped in thick, unnaturally heavy cobwebs that seemed to catch the sparse moonlight. She dismissed it as just an old barn, until she felt it. A constant, almost imperceptible vibration humming through the wooden floor, making her teeth ache. The air grew heavy, thick with the smell of dust, and something unsettlingly sweet, like sickly nectar. She noticed the cobwebs weren't just dusty, they glistened, almost pulsed with a faint silvery light. As she tried to settle, the vibration intensified. From the corners of the barn, she heard a faint, dry hissing sound like silk rubbing on silk, accompanied by soft, almost imperceptible whispers. Not words, but a chorus of overlapping, desperate murmurs, caught so tight no air. Sarah realized the horrifying truth: the barn wasn't just abandoned. It was a lair, a living organism. The cobwebs weren't just spider silk, they were its very nervous system, its insidious network. The humming was its lure. The whispers, the trapped echoes of its victims slowly being drained of their life. Their essence woven into the very structure of the web. The sweet smell, its digestive enzymes. She saw them then within the glistening threads, faint shimmering forms perpetually struggling their bodies. Vaguely human, wrapped tightly in the thick pulsing silk. They were husks, their essence drawn out, endlessly caught. The vibration intensified, a hungry thrum. The hissing grew louder, a chilling, triumphant sibilance. The spectral forms in the web writhed, their whispers becoming a desperate, silent scream. She felt a terrible, draining sensation, as if her own energy was being siphoned away, her movements growing sluggish. With a scream, Sarah grabbed a rusty pitchfork. The webs surged forward, sticky and strong, trying to entangle her. She swung the pitchfork wildly, tearing at the shimmering threads, sending dust and dried husks flying. Each tear was met with a furious hiss from the unseen source. She kept striking, hacking desperately at the thickest, most pulsating strands that seemed to lead into the barn's dark corners. Finally, with a desperate heave, she severed a massive, throbbing cluster of webs, its sickly contents bursting forth. Silence. A profound, aching silence filled the barn. The hum died. The whispers ceased. The chill lifted. The sticky webs began to wither, turning brittle. Sarah fled the barn, never looking back. The webweaver is broken now, its deadly threads torn. But sometimes when you stumble upon an old, abandoned building draped in unnatural shadows, you might think you feel a faint, almost regretful vibration. A whisper from the hidden silk waiting for a new catch. If a silence in the woods felt like a trap, would you dare to step into its embrace?